So
All
let's
right.
begin with the session. Yeah, let's begin with this session, and we will keep it engaging, guys. We want you to ask a lot of questions. We want you to engage with us, and in the end, it's not just about we speaking. We want you to be also in the end speaking with us. So
Right. We want
let's
it to
keep
be
it
as
an engaging one.
interactive as possible. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So now, as Saurabh has already given our introduction, before starting the session, I will run by a video. So I want you all to check that out, so
Yeah.
that we can start with the session.
It is a familiar video. Most of you must have seen it and gotten inspired by it,
Yeah.
but it is relevant at the moment.
Yeah. Before starting this video, I would like to understand how many of you are here are aspiring entrepreneurs and how many of you are already running their businesses. You can put it in the chat box. I would love
Yeah,
to
you
see
can
them.
put it in the chat box here. Okay, who are aspiring, put one in the chat box, and who are already running a business, put two in the chat box.
I'm seeing some responses.
Yeah, they're pouring in. They're pouring in.
Come on, everyone. We want you to engage.
Come on, don't be shy. There's nothing to be shy here. All you have to do is type one, push one button on your keyboard.
Don't be shy.
By the way, people who don't know where the chat is, it's on the bottom right corner.
All right. I think we can start with the video.
I see
Everyone,
most of them are
responses.
aspiring.
Awesome. Then this is a good video to start the session with.
Yeah,
Okay, so let me play this video for you all.
yeah. Well, let us tell you something. Even we are aspiring only, you know. So once you have begun a business, doesn't mean you have made it. Everyone is aspiring. We are all
Exactly.
aspiring, still aspiring.
And
So
it's all about, growing every day,
we are
slowly and
all from the aspiring brotherhood.
all right. So I'm playing the video now.
Just play the video. Let's get inspired.
Here's to the crazy ones, the misfits, the rebels, the troublemakers, the round pegs in the square holes, the ones who see things differently. They're not fond of rules, and they have no respect for the status quo. You could quote them, disagree with them, glorify or vilify them, but the only thing you can't do is ignore them, because they change things. They push the human race forward. And while some may see them as the crazy ones, we see genius. Because the people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who do.
Yeah. So can anyone tell me who made this commercial? Which company?
Well, it was there in the beginning of the slide.
Well, it's by Apple, and it's something that
Yes,
believe in. Apple believes in.
right.
Yes, totally.
They don't just believe in it; they live by it. So it is about when everyone sees crazy ones, they see their own in them, right?
Yeah. So now let's begin our session with talking about what is
Sir, just a
entrepreneurship.
second. Sorry for the interruption, Anmol sir. Sir, can
Yes,
you
please.
please let in all the members who are waiting outside? I think so.
Yeah, I've
Yeah,
let
some
them all.
members are out. So please let them join in.
I've let them all.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's begin. Now, can anyone tell me what is entrepreneurship? Come on, guys, raise your hands.
Raise your hands,
me-
and you can unmute yourself, and let's chat.
Let's chat. We are not too many people here. We can do an engaging session.
Yes.
Yes, Naveen, tell me what is entrepreneurship?
I think about unique unique way.
Unique way. Okay.
Okay.
And I see someone else also raising her hand.
Chetrali has raised a hand.
Yeah.
Chetrali, you can unmute yourself.
According to me, entrepreneurship means being a job giver, and secondly, it is starting your own business.
Okay.
No, what was the first part? I missed the first part. I couldn't hear you properly.
Entrepreneurship is about being a job giver.
Job giver. Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on, guys, let's engage. I need to see some more hands. Only 2 people are engaging. Yes, Chinmay.
Hello, I think so. Entrepreneurship is the person who sees the opportunity in the market, like a problem solver.
Yeah.
Yes.
And a crazy guy as well. Because you need, if you want to solve problems, you need to be crazy enough.
Yeah, I mean, like
Yes.
by deciding the means like you can watch your area or surrounding and what is the need. An entrepreneur can grab that thing and give an solution for it and make a business out of it. I think so. Entrepreneurship is that.
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
Yes.
Good.
Yes. There are no wrong answers. All of you are right. I mean,
Yeah, yeah.
let me assure you. I mean, no one is right or wrong. We're just getting views. Okay. What about Archit? Talk to us, man. You're on
I
mute.
think.
I
You are
think he
mute.
has a problem with his mic.
Okay. No worries. Naveen. Yeah, Naveen, you tell me.
Yeah, I feel an entrepreneur is someone who works for himself at the same time he works for someone else. So no, he is doing his job, but it is getting someone else's job done.
Mm,
Okay.
okay. Now that's one view. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one view.
We're all working for someone, man. Even when we are not working, we are working for someone.
Yeah. We are working for the world,
Yeah.
providing better things. Come on, anyone else? Can anyone else tell me what is entrepreneurship?
I think Saurabh has his hand raised.
Yes, sir. Please tell.
You
I
can
think so.
unmute
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah. Sir, entrepreneurship means starting from a small startup to making a larger success for
Okay.
creating his own ability.
Okay. Well, an entrepreneur, in my perspective, being one is a lot of things. You are a job giver, you are helping make better things for the world, you are a visionary, you think out of the box, you
Yeah,
do
but
things that other people are afraid to
most
do.
important part is having an idea and implementing it.
Exactly.
So that is an
That's where
entrepreneur.
most people lack.
Yeah. So most of the people, all of us get ideas. All of us we all get ideas, but the ones who implement it are the ones who
Are the
are.
ones. Exactly.
So we got a lot of ideas about giving jobs or working for someone else. So when you work for someone else, say you're not employed, but you're working for someone else, then you're self-employed. Okay. So as not necessarily a self-employed person is not as necessarily an entrepreneur.
Yeah. And
But
there is a fine line between a businessman, entrepreneur, and a self-employed person.
yes. So when you are self-employed, you have created a source of bread and butter for yourself, where you're working by yourself and you're getting your daily bread and butter. Your livelihood is you're managing with it, but there's no plan of scaling up. There's no plan of looking at the bigger picture. You don't look at the future where I'll be. Like, I mean, most of
In the next
it's a
5
very
10 years.
useless question that HR asks you when you apply for a job, is where do you see yourself 10 years from now? Okay, or 5 years from now. So I always lied to this question when I've applied. I mean, 15 years of my being employed, I've always lied to this question because I never knew. Because see, I'll be very honest. All of us are friends here, and we are gathered together to discuss things. I never dreamt of doing hard labor. Okay, nobody does. Let's be honest. None of us want to be told what to do. Yes, we can do it, so as long as we're getting paid for it. So Anmol and I, we like to call it the employee mentality.
Yeah.
Yeah. So employee mentality is when you bring that employee mentality into your business is when you are self-employed.
Yes. And just to add you, tell you guys, when I was giving my interview during my college placements, I went there in the Capgemini interview. They asked me, where do you see it's yourself in 10, 10 years, 5, 10 years? I told them I want to be an entrepreneur. They just told me, you should go over here. So that is the situation right now in the
No,
market.
nobody, no employer wants an entrepreneur amongst themselves because he's gonna take their idea and make it his own, right? So, like I said, an entrepreneur always has a plan. He always has the hunger, and he has obviously all of us, like I said, all of us have ideas, but an entrepreneur has the guts, the gall to implement it. He is the crazy one. Like Anmol said, you have to be, most of you said, a lot of you said fearless, challenge taking, like that kind of stuff. But an entrepreneur is that. At the end of the day, he is going to get things done. Right.
Exactly.
Right. So, and get things done for who? For his own good, for his aspiration. Right. All right, Anmol. Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
I cut you through.
No. I was gonna tell the same to everyone that this is what entrepreneurship. Now, why we talked about this so that you get the things clear in your head. What entrepreneur is, who is an entrepreneur, and what entrepreneurship is.
Right.
Now, we will go further into this session. So, I am launching a poll for you all, and I want you to fill it up before we deep dive into the session. So, I've launched it just now. You can see it in the poll section. So start filling that up before we take the session further.
Yeah.
So the poll question is a really interesting one, and most people get confused with it. Does innovation leads to creativity, or creativity leads to innovation?
Again, there's no right or wrong answer. Be
Yeah.
very honest. We want to see where your thought process is going with this. In the meanwhile, we can start discussing innovation.
Yeah. So innovation is a very vast word. Okay. So like you see, once upon a time, we used to go to our, like in the 1980s, there was no home computer. There was commercial computers. Then some out of nowhere, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak came out and they brought in personal computers. They created a market basically for personal computers. Then someone thought after a few years, okay, now this computer, we have it in our home, but I want something portable. Then a laptop came out. And then now they want something more portable, which on your hands is so much powerful than the computer that took you to took you to the moon in the past. So what is this?
Actually, let me
anyone tell me?
correct you there, Anmol. The computer which took the first man to the moon was weaker than today's calculator.
Right.
Actually, the calculator of the 80s was more powerful than the computer that took the man to the moon. Neil Armstrong and Edwin Aldrin, Buzz Aldrin, the rocket in which they went was being controlled by a computer which was weaker than that black and white Casio calculator. So you can imagine.
So you can imagine
Yeah.
from where we were and where we are now, and it's just growing, right? Now, from your perspective, everyone, I would like to know what innovation is. What do you think is innovation? Anyone? Any answers?
Come on, come on.
Innovation
What
for
it is?
me is identifying some kind of problem statement that exists, and then finding a solution to it using creativity.
You are very close, Akanksha.
Yeah.
Very close.
Very close.
I think she just mentioned the magic word.
Yes.
So she has made it easy for the rest of you. So bring it on.
Bring it on. Come on. I need more answers. We need to make this session engaging. Don't shy. Don't fear. Yes, Naveen.
I guess innovation is, a change, a small change that leads to something more impactful, and it gets the task done easier way.
Mhm.
Mhm. Okay.
And innovation can make your life difficult also.
Both things can happen.
Yeah, the atomic bomb was an innovation.
Yeah. Even right now, if you see AI, for some it's a gift, for some it's a,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
a big problem. People are losing jobs over it.
Mhm.
Do you know recently Dukan laid off their full customer support team? AI replaced it.
You guys
It's
are
a
aware of the startup Dukan, right?
yeah. Anyone have you heard about the startup Dukan? No.
Come on, guys.
You guys should get
You guys are here to discuss entrepreneurship.
No, no.
Oh, you should know what I mean. One of the few profit-making startups in India
in
right
India. Okay, leave that. Tell me which is the most profitable startup in India right now.
now. Yeah. Which is not making loss at all. Actually, it hasn't made loss since the day one.
Come on, guys, come on. Think.
Is Zero the startup?
Yes.
Yes, that's the right answer.
अब जीत गए 1 crore रुपए.
Zerodha is the right answer.
Zerodha, yes, the Kamath brothers. Yes.
So how Zerodha made it? What they did differently? What they made? And why Zerodha till date is such a profitable company without any funds, without any investment for?
Yeah, it is bootstrapped. Yes, yes,
It is
we forgot to
bootstrapped.
mention that. It is still, yeah, it has always been bootstrapped.
So how do you think, guys? Nikhil and Nitin Kamath made it. It is because of the perfect mix and match of innovation and creativity. So talking about innovation is basically identifying the key markets. So what Nitin and Nikhil did at that point of time is they identified the gaps within the market. I was watching their interview. For the last 6 months, I've been watching these guys very closely, and from their journey, I have learned a lot. So in those days, 18 years or 17 years before, you need to go to the stock market, basically Bombay Stock Exchange office, or you need to go to the market. You on a piece of paper you bid for the shares and then you get it. That was the method at that point of time. And then technology started to come in place, but it was not friendly that even you and I, as a normal person sitting at home, can invest in stocks. It was just a dream at that point of time. That's where Nitin and Nikhil Kamath, after doing a lot of trading, after making a lot of money, losing a lot of money, doing a lot of mistakes, they learned if we can take this product to the consumers, to everyone in India, then this could be game changer. And that's how, Zerodha got into the picture. And since day one, because till date, if you see, Zerodha is one of the biggest companies. Grow has come into picture. Many other companies have come into the picture, but it all started with one innovative guy, two innovative guys, two entrepreneurs thinking that they can take this home. This is what innovation is. They took out some complex idea, thought on it, strategize it, had a vision that they can how they can take this to the customer, to the Indian consumers, general Indian consumers. And that's how it became. Same goes with the any big company. If you see these days, what is the biggest company? What is the biggest company on the planet? Anyone?
Just whatever comes to your mind. What is the
Just
biggest,
just tell.
what is the biggest? We're not asking what is the biggest company in the world. What is the biggest company that you know of?
Google, Apple, Microsoft.
Microsoft.
BlackRock.
Apple,
And
Microsoft,
Tesla.
Facebook,
Someone said BlackRock.
BlackRock. Yeah, that is the king.
he straight away killed the bird.
Warren Buffett's company.
Yeah, BlackRock.
Yeah, Berkshire Hathaway. Yeah, Volkswagen.
Volkswagen, yeah.
Yeah, it is also a big company.
Yeah, General Motors.
Volkswagen owns pretty much all the car brands. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyone else? Tesla. Yes.
That's
Tesla
big.
is also, yeah, Tesla is also a big company. Anyone else? So, okay. Now, what is common with all of these companies? Let's
I think
talk about
we
that.
should go to the next slide also, and what is innovation is after that we should go to, since creativity has already been mentioned. Change to creativity also.
Right.
Yeah. So
Okay.
we are discussing these two together right now.
Right. So Ashwin, I would like you to tell what creativity is. You are so creative.
Yeah, I'm creative every time I lie down in bed. Oh,
Guys, this
my creative
presentation
work
was
starts
made by.
feeling right there. So, like I said, all of us are creative, and yes, when I'm lying in bed, obviously I get creative because creativity is all about getting concepts and ideas in your head. So every time Anmol and I we have a discussion, we are pondering over a lot of things, and after that I go to bed, I lie down, I start getting ideas. In the morning, I forget those ideas. So creativity is as useless a word as it gets, and but it is useless when it is used by itself. What
Yes.
makes it useful is the slide before that. That is innovation,
Innovation.
and that is what an entrepreneur has. So like we always talk about left brain and right brain. So creativity is about your right brain. It starts thinking of new things. It is about when you want to sing, there's a new tune coming in your head, there's a new idea coming in your head. It is your right brain being naughty. So who's the responsible one? It is your left side of the brain, which makes you do things, right, in life, makes you do implementation. The left brain says कि okay, बहुत हो गया, बहुत सोच लिया, अब इसको करो. Put it to task. So why Anmol called me creative, I understand why, because he thinks I'm a jobless person. I do all the thinking and he's the one who does the implementation. So
But
I
here,
sleep
let me
over
tell
it
you
all
something.
night. I get up in the morning. I tell Anmol, this is the dream I got, and he says, "Okay, I'll get it done." So I'm the right brain. He's the left brain. So jokes
That's how
apart.
it works. When
Mm.
you combine both these things together, the perfect
Yes.
mix happens,
Yes.
and that's
Yes.
where a great
Creativity
business is
is
born.
nothing without innovation. So that is why Anmol has had put the poll. Hey, what is the result of the poll?
Yeah, let us look at the result of the poll. So only 1% said innovation leads to creativity. Everyone else said creativity leads to innovation.
See, they all like me. They like to sleep and think about things. Right? Yeah, I don't blame you. Yes, creativity does lead to innovation, but it is innovation that makes things happen.
Yeah.
Okay, so why we say innovation leads to creativity? You must be thinking, okay, if I don't be, I'm not creative, how will I become innovative? No, once you start innovating things, that actually gets your creative bone tickling, and you start thinking of how to get things better. There was a guy who implemented the steam engine, right, or the first car, or the first wheel that he decided to put on the cart, right? So that guy was innovative, and that is what, when other people saw his cart, they started getting creativity. They started getting creative. अच्छा चलो इसमें engine में लगा देते हैं.
अच्छा अब इसको इलेक्ट्रिक बना देते हैं
So
अब इसका
some guy
मेट्रो
started thinking, okay, what if there was something that made this cart move by itself? I didn't have to push it myself. So there's a lazy person who's getting creative, and then there's the innovative guy who's getting things implemented. So, well, like I said, both the words actually go hand in hand. No, again, no right answers or wrong answers.
no rank.
Yes, creativity leads to innovation. Innovation leads to creativity. It is a circle.
Yeah. Do you know, guys? Bill Gates always says, "I hire the laziest person for the most complex jobs because he will figure out how to do it in a shorter span of time and in the most easier."
Yes.
And this is the how me and Ashwin we are growing our businesses because of this. That's what we do as entrepreneurs. We focus on how to sustain growth. Ashwin comes up with the ideas. I try to execute them. Then I discuss with him. Okay, this is what is happening. Then he comes up with it, and it goes vice versa as well. So that's how entrepreneurship works. That's how businesses are built. Now, coming on with another poll that we have for you, as most of you are aspiring entrepreneurs. So I'm launching another poll. So till the time you guys are filling it up, let's move forward with our presentation. And okay, so now it's all about me and Ashwin telling you guys about the things. Okay. So now as we have talked about what is creativity, as we have talked about what is innovation, now what is the role of innovation in driving business growth and success? The main things come into the picture now. What is the role? How do you, okay, now I have got an idea, I execute it. But not all businesses succeed. Many businesses, they have innovated so much that they were ahead of the time. So many businesses have failed. They were ahead 50 years. They were ahead 30 years. That's why also they have failed. They were so creative that no one understood them in the market.
They were way ahead of their time.
They were way ahead of their time. So then, okay, innovation is important, creativity is important, but how do you know what is the right time to, implement some idea? How do you do that? What is the role in the growth of business and success?
Come on, again, no right answers, no wrong answers.
Come on, we
You-
need some engagement.
You
Yeah.
need to study the market or industry that you're going to be in.
Mhm.
You want, sir,
Huh.
we have to change the strategy according to the competitor, means how the competitor functions. We
Then
have
you're not being innovative and creative then, no?
Okay, another
There is no
case study.
risk-taking ability gone. Okay, so anyways, you're right, Saurav. I'm just throwing in question. I'm just tickling your brains. Come on.
Come on, guys, we need more answers.
Yeah, I see KV, Suman, Naveen,
Omkar,
Omkar.
Shreya, Saloni. Anyone? Come on, guys, we need engagement.
I think we need to create a system. उस सिस्टम से जो बिजनेसेस है वो जब कंटिन्यूअसली वर्क करते हैं तो उन पे एक फंडामेंटली चीजें बड़ी स्ट्रांग हो जाती है, जैसे कि कुछ एक एटॉमिक हैबिट्स बुक में बोला है कि जब आप सिस्टम को बार बार कंटिन्यूअली आते हैं, जैसे मोस्ट ऑफ द स्टार्टअप होते हैं जो भी ग्रोइंग होता है उनमें एक रिदम नहीं होता है, तो एक सिस्टम बनने में टाइम लगता है. सो मुझे लगता है इस वजह से वो
You're very close, Naveen. So
We are very close.
I think what you want to say is setting up an SOP, yes, for
Yes.
your organization. Yes, but that is an operational thing. वो तो होना ही चाहिए. That must. You are right.
We are
with-
talking all over. Yeah.
Yes, but here we are talking about how what makes your idea. The idea could be super innovative. Like, for example, I'll tell you something. A car with a battery was already launched in 1950s. The first car with a battery was already launched in 1950s. The golf carts have existed for so long. All the golf carts that you see in the golf course, they're run by battery. None of them run by diesel. Why has it suddenly? I mean, and there were people who were trying to make this happen for so long. But why did suddenly Tesla made it big? So Tesla created this whole shusha, and suddenly Tata is doing it, Toyota is doing it, Hondas of the world are doing it. What do you think? Where did these guys who were the first ones to pioneer a battery car went wrong?
आई थिंक दिस टाइम इज लाइक इको फ्रेंडली, एंड बहुत टाइम से जो हमारे इको सिस्टम पे बहुत सारे कैंपेन चल रहे हैं कि प्रोटेक्ट करो ग्लोबल, वो भी चल रहे हैं समिट. तो आई थिंक मुझे लगता है कि सभी लोग कहीं ना कहीं ड्राइव हो रहे हैं एक इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल बनाने की तरफ. तो एक मार्केट गैप को कवर किया उनने, और उसी पे सभी इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल और टू व्हीलर भी सभी आ रहे हैं. तो कहीं ना कहीं वो थोड़ा बूम पे गया है टेस्ला का जो इलेक्ट्रिक कार का सिस्टम है.
So like, okay, now जो तुम्हारा electric car है, it is not as carbon emission zero as it claims to be. So you need to make an electric car, you need lithium, you need cobalt, you need obviously उसका पूरा ये होगा, like so for the mining of these things, fossil fuel is already being burnt, right? And then after that battery goes for a toss, there's a disposal problem. It'll again, when we were kids, plastic was a revolutionary thing, remember? Everybody was shifting to plastic. Oh, we should not burn wood, we should not cut wood, let's save paper because we have to cut trees to make paper. Suddenly plastic was came as a savior, but now plastic has become the monster suddenly. Right? Same thing is going to happen, is happening with, I'm telling you, is electric car also. The battery has a huge amount of lead in it, let alone lithium, right? Where will you dispose of all these toxic material? So Is it all about being green, or where did these people go right?
I think what Tesla or all these players did it, they made it like a product. Now they showed that this is not just an electric machine. This is something that you have never experienced. They showcased it as something that ये कभी हुआ ही नहीं है ऐसा. And
Right.
see, we have brought you this.
He has got it right, actually. You know how Tesla started promoting itself. Tesla started giving its car free to influencers who were into drag racing. These guys used to drag race Tesla with the American muscle cars. And trust me, for Americans, the muscle cars are like their pride. You know, they take pride in the muscle car, that oil guzzling 5,000, 6,000 cc V12, V18 engines, and that too with NOS. All of us have seen Fast and the Furious, right? Fire coming out from their exhaust pipe. And when you see this fire-eating monster losing to a battery-run golf cart, which is not even making noise. And when I saw this video about 6 years ago, when the first Tesla did a drag race with a muscle car, this guy didn't even believe that he lost the race. He was like, "No, you cheated. I want to race with you again." And he was making fun of that car because it was not making any noise. So you are right, Naveen. This is how they started marketing them. So it is all about marketing. Go ahead, Anmol. Sorry, I cut you through. Yeah.
No. You are telling them the right thing. Now I will share a quadrant with you guys so that you can understand. So we personally apply this in our business, and that's how we have fostered a culture of innovation and creativity. So are you able to see my screen?
Yep.
Yeah. So this quadrant, if you see, most businesses, when they become big, how they become big. So on the top left corner, there is a thing called known as next innovative campaign. Again, the word innovation comes into the picture. So how, operating systems, sales, relationships, and everything, they give you a linear growth, which is, of course, as a startup, very important. Till date, we have also taken the path of linear growth because we were also into the, surviving mode. We needed to first get a reputation in the market. We needed some clients who vouch about us, who talk about us, who refer to us to other people. And we wanted to build that market for us in our local place as well, and as well as pan India. Now, once a startup goes into this stage and it survives for the first 2 to 3 years, the next 3 years are very crucial. So to give you the data, what happens generally is in the first 2 to 3 years, 90% of the startups that start, they fail. Why they fail? Because they are not able to either keep up with the market, their competitor kills them. A lot of factors are there for the failures of startups. Anything can happen from anywhere. Even a single government policy change can kill a startup. Like right now, recently, our finance minister has said that there will be 28% GST on online gaming. So it kills a lot. It will kill a lot of gaming startups, online gaming startups. How? Because they won't be able to keep their margins up. Online gaming is a profitable business, but 10% additional tax that you are paying, it will kill you. Now, coming back to the quadrant that you are seeing. Once a business cross this 2 to 3 year mark, now they have the next 3 years to make the business from survival mode to thriving mode. How do they do it? Number one, if as you are aspiring entrepreneurs, I want you to learn this. Focus on leadership development. You need to have a team under you that is able to handle stuff when you are not there. Like me and Ashwin are sitting here right now. We are talking to you. How we are able to talk to you and not talking to the clients right now? Because we have developed that leadership team with us.
Actually, it was a huge challenge for us. I mean, year and a half back, Anmol and I, we were stuck in this vicious circle where when we started, we were paying attention to the operations as sales was getting hit. And once we started paying attention to sales and management, our operations was getting hit. So when our operation was getting hit, we were losing clients. And when we were paying attention on operations, we didn't have any sales or there was no pipeline. So by the time we had finished work with the present clients at hand, we were sitting dry for the next 2 to 3 months when we are sitting doing sales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a tough
Yeah,
part
go
of it. So
Yeah.
that is why when you run a startup, it is very important. First, you build the linear part of it, build the operating systems, build the business development thing, your BD systems, relationship with our clients, sales, and a market reputation. Once that is in place and you are confident that your current operational team is ready to become the next leaders, you need to tell them, you need to give them what you know and make them understand and execute at the same pace that you do. That's where you build that leadership team, and that's where you can focus on the last part of the quadrant, which is your next innovative campaign. And that's where most businesses grow. So let's talk about McDonald's. Have you visited McDonald's recently or, anytime till date? So when you go there as a kid, if you have gone there, probably when you have gone to the counter, you would have seen on the left hand side there was a Happy Meal, and then you would have had a fight with your family that you want that only. Why McDonald's put it there in the display? Why? It's known as guerrilla marketing. They it's their next innovative campaign to let the child tell their parents, I want this, and fight it and then get it. And they do a sale of 150 or something, whatever the price is. You know, and it has helped so many businesses improve their revenue.
You guys understand guerrilla marketing, right? Do you understand guerrilla warfare? You heard about Shivaji Maharaj, right? He used to be
Yes.
into guerrilla warfare, where you hide and your opponent doesn't know where you're coming from. Same thing with the marketing. When you do guerrilla marketing, your customer doesn't know where you're coming from. Right. So when you do an upfront marketing, when you're doing a hardcore sales or a hard advertising, most of the time when your customer realizes that you're trying to sell them something, they'll ignore your ad. They'll ignore your product. Right. It's just like the credit card salesman calling you up, sir, aapke paas credit card. You know that guy is trying to take your money. You put the phone down. Right. So guerrilla marketing is exactly opposite of that. Yeah,
Again, how guerrilla marketing campaigns are executed by innovation and creativity. So, have you ever eaten cracks just because you want the toy? Everyone, all of us have done this. Have you ever bought that 50 or 60 rupees of Cadbury Gems ball, which had so little of gems, but just because of the toy and the ball, you will buy it?
That ball is 60 rupees.
Yeah.
With 2 rupees
Why?
Cadbury's inside it.
Why we as customers are spending so much? Because it's just marketing, it's just the strategy of that business. They have been executed well their next innovative campaign. And you will so I want you to do this exercise for the next 10 days. Just start thinking about what are the brands that have made an impact on you, why you want something, why you want to buy something, and why are some brands whenever you see them and it and your brain just ticks you that you need to get this thing. Why this happens? Just think over it for the next 10 days. We have our WhatsApp group and let us know what is the reason. Why do you think it happens? So, that's how we have grown our business. That's what we have also done. Till date, we were linear. Now, as we are going into the exponential mode, we are now focusing on our next innovative campaign, which is via our podcast. We are doing a lot of different stuff to get that done. So, talking about the, now there is another poll that I will put it into the picture. And by the way, what are the results for the last poll? Okay, so we have 6 votes. What is the so I will repeat the question for the
And 25 people, only 6 vote.
yeah. I don't know why others are not not engaging.
All you have
Guys,
to
I
do
want you
is
to
singer.
engage.
Too many creative people out here, no?
So so the results are for the question, what is the biggest challenge you anticipate as an aspiring entrepreneur? Number 1, access to funding or capital. Okay. Balancing work-life commitments. Okay. There is 1 vote for balancing work-life commitments. There is 1 vote for competition in the market. There is 2 votes for building a strong network or a team, and 2 votes for access to funding or capital. Okay. So everyone has their own reasons, but so here again, if you are innovative, if you are creative, you can solve your problem of access to funding or capital. Our company is still at bootstrap. We are getting into products. We are bootstrapping it again. How? Our competitor They have spent more than 800 crores to just make that application. How we have done it? Me and Ashwin, we just started. Okay, let's build it. We have built the application on your own. We found a mentor. We were creative. We told him that we want to build this. He helped us streamline the idea. We showed him that this is the value that we can provide, because in India, in tier 2 cities, there are so
Both
many
of us are
restaurants.
not, none of us are techies.
Yeah, none of
I'm
us take it.
from hotel background. Anmol has a commerce background.
Yeah.
But we got down and made the app ourselves.
We got down, made the app for ourselves. We had, of course, it took us a lot of pain, patience, because it took us more than a year just to get it in the shape what it is today. And still we are working on it to solve some hurdles. But of course, I'm giving you this example to help you understand that if you want something that bad, there are ways you can do it. If I would have gone in the market, taken my money, hired tech team to make that product, it would have costed me around 2 to 3 crores just to build that product. Whereas when I sat every day for an hour or two with Ashwin, with our mentor, and asked him, okay, this is what we have done, this is what, in an year, by just investing 2 hours every day on an average, we have built that application. So you can imagine we have saved 2 to 3 crores. We are ahead of our competition. And once we launch this application, what we will be able to do,
We'll be
we'll be able to
do.
disrupt. We will be able to disrupt.
Yeah.
Disruption is the word here. So what we did, we just applied, Ashwin had an idea, his creative thought process. It was cooking in his head. He told me, okay, this is what we can do. We can implement this. Okay, we made a list of it. I did the innovation part of it. Ashwin did the creative part of it. We mixed it. We found the right people. We talked to the right people without capital. Okay, of course, our work-life balance hit, but that's okay. If you have a dream, you need to go into the market. Market is really competitive. Let me tell you, people who are hardcore restaurateurs, they won't be going with our application initially, but yes, slowly and steadily, when they start to see what we are doing with tier 2 cities and tier 3 cities, they will. And building a strong network. As there are 3 votes now for building a strong network or a team. So here your soft skills come into the picture. With these days, most of us, because of our mobile phones, we are blessed with reels these days. So most of us are there. But I challenge you guys to go out in the market, talk to people, go out to a co-working space or just to a mall and start talking to some people. So what I generally do is when I'm traveling and I'm at the airport, I try to engage with new people. I try to talk to them. So it builds up your confidence. The other person will, what is the worst that will happen? The other person will say, nothing worse can happen. Nothing worse. But if you don't try, and trust me, guys, I have built so good contacts on airports. So while last time I was traveling from Bangalore to Dehradun in the flight, I saw a businessman. He was carrying his suitcase.
Actually, over here, I'll interrupt you a little bit. So I just want to put something that I heard Mel Gibson say just a few days ago. It was something that what is the biggest fear a person has, any human being, that they give up their lives also for it. It is the fear of public humiliation. And once you get rid of that fear of being humiliated in public, you can win anything. So actually, I'm telling, and this is something Anmol has been telling me, because Anmol is pretty good in front of the camera. He likes to shoot reels and all. And I'm the one who's scared of it because I keep telling Anmol, I don't know what my family will say, what my friends will say. And he says, stop thinking about what people will say. And this is what I heard. So once you get rid of that fear, because see, most of the entrepreneurs also face the same fear, is what will people say? अरे वो चाचा क्या बोलेंगे, दोस्त क्या बोलेगा, what will my ex boss say, ये तो काम पे काम नहीं करता था, अभी कंपनी खोल लिया. These thoughts will come in your head, but this is where you have to get rid of those things. The first battle that you have to win is what will people say. Sorry, Anmol, carry on.
No, it is good. So next, I am raising another poll for you guys to engage on. So the poll is, what do you consider the most important driver of successful innovation in entrepreneurship? There are 4 options: customer insights and understanding, experimentation and willing to take risks, access to cutting edge technology and tools, building a diverse and creative team. Come on, guys. I need engagement. We have some good stuff coming up. I need engagement. Okay, there is 1 vote.
Just 1 vote. Wait for some more votes.
Okay, there are 2 now.
Guys, come on, start working your mouses. Nice.
Okay, 3 votes. Come on, come on. We are 26 people. 4 votes.
Oh, 26 people, yeah. Oh.
Okay, 7. We need some more pushing, Ashwin, I think. Only
Hey.
7.
How
8.
am I supposed to push you from here? Come on.
पोल पे करो. Okay, someone is writing मन में पोल. वोट मत करो, पोल में करो.
Naveen is saying.
Okay. Come on, guys. Just 8. We need more votes. 9. Come on, guys. We have some good examples coming up for you. It will help you a lot in your entrepreneurial journey.
Sir, I guess this is the same fear that you just spoke about. ये लोग क्या बोलेंगे?
We can't see you vote. Come on. Your votes are anonymous. Votes are anonymous. Come on, vote.
Yeah. Votes are anonymous. I have turned the option off.
Yeah.
So no one will be able to see.
Vote. Please.
Okay. Someone voted. Ye got
Says
10
you're
votes
right.
now. Come on, guys. Come on. We need 5 more. I can't see anyone voting. Come on, guys. You want to be entrepreneurs. This is
Give us
online
some
right
data.
now.
One of the biggest things that an entrepreneur needs is some data.
Yeah.
Give us some data.
Give us some data, guys. You are not able to vote here. How you are going to talk to someone at the airport or a restaurant? Come on, guys. Come on. I need some engagement.
तो वोटिंग ऑप्शन नहीं मिल रहा है इसमें.
It
नीचे
is-
वो triangle, square और circle बना है ना?
हाँ.
Right hand side, bottom right. पोल अपीयर नहीं कर रहा है क्या इनके स्क्रीन पे?
Yash has
नहीं
raised his
अपीयर नहीं
hand.
कर रहा है.
So once you go to that, na, that you'll see bottom right corner.
Polls.
Yeah.
In the activities tab, triangle, square, and circle. Yes, Archit. You raised your hand.
Audible?
Yes, sir.
Is it spoiled of me to think that everything in the poll is important for an entrepreneur?
No. Like I said, there's no right answer, no wrong answers. But you have to prioritize also, no, buddy?
Yes.
Yeah.
I do feel like everything.
Everything, obviously, I understand the dilemma that you have, but then you have to, close your eyes and think what is the first answer that comes to your head is the most important, is the right answer.
As an entrepreneur, there are no right and wrong answers. If you hear the most successful people, they will say, we have made so many mistakes. We just executed it and we want to see what happens.
That is why we're having a poll also. It's to get the perception, what is the common perception? And it is not necessary that the common perception is the right perception.
That's why, we have kept this session engaging. It's not scripted at all. On the basis of the poll, we will tell you, then we will talk. That's how you will learn. Okay, there are 12 votes now.
Awesome.
Okay, 13 votes.
So I think they were not able to find where the polls are.
Yeah.
Ask. If you don't know, ask. When in doubt, ask. That is why we're here.
Okay, so
अब मिल जाएगा. मिल
great,
जाएगा.
Naveen. Great, Naveen. So the results are pretty amazing. 11 votes to experimentation and willingness to take risks is what people consider as the most important driver for successful entrepreneurship. Yes, I agree.
These are the guys who will win. I don't want to sound like Vivek Bindra, but
yes, you guys are right. Experimentation and willingness to take risks. The most successful companies on the planet. Recently, I talked in a reel about this as well. Amazon, Facebook, and all of these big firms. They conduct a lot of experiments, and this rapid experimentation in less budget to test out their hypothesis is known as growth hacking. So
actually, if you remember, Anmol, we were reading about Netflix, the CEO of Netflix, when his company is continuously making profits and there's nothing going wrong in his company, he starts getting worried and he asks his management to start taking decision which will make some mistakes, and there's some glitch happening. So you'll see recently Netflix had announced that we'll remove that facility where you can share password, and their share market nosedived, right? So they do these things on purpose. Go ahead, Arun. Yeah.
Yeah. And this happens practically everywhere. As we are into digital marketing, I'm running some Facebook ad and I just keep on running because it just works. After some time, I will be stagnant and then I will be out of the ad pictures. So how do we scale up? We take a lot of risks. We do a lot of experiments in less cost with data. Making data-driven decisions is really, really important. And the term that you guys need to know about is growth hacking. So Amazon, they conduct more than 1 lakh experiments in a year just to know what is the next step to grow. Can you imagine 1 lakh experiments? How many people are there just experimenting things on a daily basis? Amazon, then there is Facebook. Facebook conducts around 60,000 experiments. Then we have Tesla, and there are so many companies, and even us, me and Ashwin, we have also now started to do a lot of experiments with our podcast, maybe it's with social media, because growth happens when you push the envelope, you think out of the box, you start implementing those crazy ideas that you have in your head. So once upon a time, Ashwin used to be, like Ashwin told, I was used to be scared of the camera, but now you see, we have a full podcast series on it. We are talking to people, we are sharing our insights. How? We are growth hacking basically. We see building the brand through this channel.
Actually,
That's
one of
how you
my
need to
old companies, which is an iconic hotel brand, it's called Ritz-Carlton. They have an entire database of mistakes, and they call it Mr. Biv. It has the full form is mistakes, reworks, breakdowns, inefficiency, and variance. And they make it a point to jot down everything, and that is the most valuable database. It is more valuable than their client database, is where they can share the mistakes that are happening in the company. Right. So you can imagine how important your mistakes and reworks can be.
Mistakes are one of the most important things. And now, let's talk about the characteristics of innovative entrepreneurs. So, can anyone tell me what is the as an entrepreneur, as aspiring entrepreneur, what things you need to embed in yourself? We need top 5. Come on, I need some answers. I need some
Actually,
engagement.
in the beginning only we gave a few characteristics.
Let's see who remembers it. Come on, guys. I need some answers. Speak up.
As we, courage is one thing. An entrepreneur is someone who does what everyone else just thinks.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
What else? Laziness.
Fear of,
Yes.
yes, fear of what people say should be removed.
Okay.
लोग क्या कहेंगे? That statement hits always to an entrepreneur.
Right.
Yes, risk taker is there. Yes.
Can we say an entrepreneur needs to be proactive? No?
Yes.
Yes.
Proactive is the part.
Yes. That is when he will implement things, right? It is about taking what is being proactive. Now you've raised a good point. Now tell me, Naveen, what is being proactive?
Being proactive is, just
I'll be like the HR. Yeah, what is being proactive?
आग लगने से पहले फायर एक्सटिंग्विशर बाजू में रखो,
Yeah.
it could be someone like that.
Right.
बोलने से पहले सामने पानी रख दो. Right.
Right.
Right. Yes, that is being proactive. Very good example. So you are prepared. For okay. Good example. आग लगने से पहले. It is
Come on,
being-
guys. We need more answers. I want to hear more answers.
But along with being proactive, you need to take decisions on the go as well.
Let's say you are there is an important decision and you say, I need 5 days to think on it.
So spontaneous
Yes.
decision.
Right.
As a startup founder, you won't be able to survive if you take 5 days to just make a
Yeah,
single
because
decision.
see, being proactive, sometimes you won't be able to afford it because you don't know what is coming. What is going to hit you? You don't even know that. You've already taken a dive into the unknown. Yeah, please, you're saying something.
Can be breaking out of a stereotype and implementing things
Yes, break the stereotype. Yes, yes.
Yes.
Implementation. Yes.
Okay.
Uh, Fear of failure.
Fear of failure. Yes.
Yeah.
Initially, things might not go in his favor, but
Right.
once things get
Actually,
settled
you
on, he
should
can be
crave
a
for
motivator.
failure. You should crave for failure.
We constantly practice that.
Yeah. Failure.
We constantly practice that. Unknowingly, knowingly. Both.
If you're not failing, no, then you are something is terribly wrong, and you don't even realize that you're failing somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're living
Yeah,
in a lullaby.
I always tell people failure is a good thing. It is the best thing that can teach you something. If you are always, scared of doing the thing, okay, I will not
Very
succeed.
safe, comfort zone.
Yeah.
Failure is not happening, then you're doing something very wrong.
Yeah.
Growth is not happening in your life.
Then you should
That is
go back
when
to
you are
your job.
self-employed. That is when you are self-employed. When
Yeah.
you decide to see. So let's come down to, okay, now we are talking about innovation, and we've talked about big companies like okay, Amazon, Googles of the world, Apple. You guys will say, "Cha, yaar, ye to bada company hai, American log hai." Now let's take example from our country itself. So such a huge big deal has been made out of chai recently.
Chai Sutta Bar.
Chai Sutta Bar, forget about Chai Sutta Bar. Before Chai Sutta Bar and MBA Chai Wala came, Chai Point was the first one to break
Right.
that barrier, right? There was someone who knew how to make money out of chai. Right? टपरी पे 2 रुपए का मिलता है. Correct. Udhar, and someone is opening a chai showroom and giving to you in a carton wala dabba mein office mein deliver kar raha hai, and he's charging you bloody 90 rupees a glass cutting chai ka, and that too it tastes awful.
But still people buy it.
Yeah, chai point, the chai. As for ginger tea, he took the regular chai, he poured ginger water in it, and he gave it to me. But I'm just saying, but imagine the kind of innovation that is happening. That someone had the balls, someone had the guts to say, "Ki, I'll go and sell shit tea, but I'll sell it for 90 rupees a cup."
That is entrepreneur mind.
That is entrepreneurship. You have to be audacious. You have to be shameless. First of all, and these guys are shameless.
Then after that, Chai Sutta
See,
Bar
I mean,
came.
obviously, when this guy went out, these guys, Chai Sutta Bar and these guys, they started following suit, right? When Chai Point opened, there was no such joint. Cafe Coffee Day, coffee was always considered rich man's drink, so you could always make it, expensive cafe wala mahal. But Chai Point was a regular joint that he opened. He sold samosa and egg puff and stuff like that, and and he priced his tea at 90 rupees. Sardarji, I forgot his name, who opened Chai Point. He came from Harvard and he started. Someone must have told him, "Yeah, do you think your chai, some people will pay 90 rupees for your chai?" If he fell for that, what will people say about my 90 rupees chai? If he had given to that fear that my product would not be accepted at that price, Chai Point would have never happened. And if Chai Point had never happened, MBA Chai Wala wouldn't be giving you all these motivational speech today. Trust me.
Talking about motivation, there is someone commented Bisleri. So from Bisleri, I remember 50 cents.
50 cents.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
can anyone tell me what 50 cents did? What he sells? What he sold?
He already sold. He made
He sold.
70 to $100 million he made on that by himself.
selling
He had
just-
actually he had invested in a very some product that he invested in. Can someone tell me? You all of you guys know about 50 cents, right? 50 cents, the rapper. Get Rich or Die Trying, his movie.
No, they don't know.
I actually had to Google because I'm not much into rap.
Okay, no, actually, 50 cents is a bit of my college time, so it's all Gen Z out here. Na? I'm the millennial. Anyways, 50
Underground.
cents, yeah, his company recently, so Coca-Cola bought it for $4 billion, out of which he made 70 million to 100 million rupees. dollars in that. So he had invested in something called vitamin water. Vitamin water was nothing but water, flavored water with sugar and a little bit of vitamin in it. It was just like any other cold drink. So in his interview, he said, when I went into the supermarket, I saw water bottle being sold for 50 cents to water bottle being sold for $50. No, black water is very new, Archit.
Black water is new. This is old.
Vitamin water came in 2010s, 7, 8, 8, 9, 10. It came. It is still big. Coca-Cola recently bought it. Okay, so it is
Now you
nothing.
can imagine.
Colored water flavored with different kind of flavors, orange, passion fruit, apple, different kind of flavors in it. It's not, doesn't even taste like Coke. Coke still has aeration in it, right? They're selling you plain flavored water. And that is what 50 Cent did.
So you imagine, आपने घर में you take a
He
glass of
said,
water. you
I
just get-
realized water is being sold for 50 cents also. It is being sold for $100 also a bottle. And he realized it's all water at the end of the day. And he said, when I saw that, I realized I had to invest in water. And he innovated. He said, how would I differentiate? But he said, I'll put vitamin in it. So the actual founder of vitamin water, he had acidity and he had cough and cold once, so he had to drink vitamin C with water. So then one day he decided, why not put vitamin in the water and sell it.
So you can imagine, guys. Now
Coca-Cola paid $4 billion for their company. Imagine the amount of money
they made by
So-
just selling water.
Just
So
saying.
ideas are everywhere. Market is everywhere. It's about how you identify, and the most important thing, like the guy, what he did is in a glass of water, he added vitamin C. So as an entrepreneur, when you add marketing in your idea, that's where it actually sells. That's where it actually becomes big.
First of all,
Everything
you
is-
have to be observant.
Yeah.
They observe water is being sold for. There's no standard price for selling water. Okay. Now, okay. So there is an opening in the market. Everyone is selling water. I can also sell water, but I want premium for my water. What do I do to get that premium? I put vitamin in it. It could be any vitamin. As long as there's vitamin, I can call it vitamin water. And no one, usually people don't like drinking plain water. They drank their vitamin water.
These days, there is a company when you go to a bit expensive restaurants from Himalaya. So they claim that their water is directly from Himalayas. They are selling that bottle for 100 rupees.
Yeah, it's a Tata product.
Yeah, it's a Tata product.
Yeah.
How they are selling water for 100 rupees? It's all marketing.
Oh,
They are marketing.
let's come down to alcohol brands also. Let's
Yeah.
come down to alcohol. They all say at the end of the day, if you are science students, you know they're all selling ethyl alcohol. है ना? They are selling you tharra or desi tharra और उसमें कोई फर्क नहीं है. It all gets you drunk at the end of the day. Okay, forget about chalo. Okay, single malt and all. You like the taste. Okay, shusha is there. Let's talk about vodka.
What is vodka?
What is vodka?
This-
Vodka is plain spirit, right? Vodka in Russian actually means water. It comes from the Russian word called voda. So the alcohol has to taste like water. Again, sell plain water. And but then there is Absolute vodka, there's Grey Goose, there's Roberto Cavalli, and different brands of vodka. They're all selling that white spirit for different prices. So
How are they selling it?
how are they selling it? There's
Can
one
anyone
word.
tell me?
There's one word that they're selling. All these beverage companies, starting from chai to vitamin water to Himalayan mineral water to Bisleri ka camel drinking water, and then vodkas, whiskeys. You might have recently heard Indian single malt Amrut, right? If you guys like whiskey. What are they selling?
I think it talks a lot about status, right? I mean, you feel like
No,
I am
status
drinking
comes
something.
later. Status comes later.
Let
Akash.
us come later.
Status is a
Okay.
byproduct. Status is a byproduct. What are they actually selling you?
Come on, guys, it's a single word.
I'll add one more thing in it. Forget about beverage. I'll add bikes into it. उधर हीरो होंडा का स्प्लेंडर भी है, उधर रॉयल एनफील्ड का फटफटिया भी है, फिर तुम्हारा हार्ली डेविडसन भी है. ठीक है.
Are they
They all
selling
sell at different
thirst?
prices.
Thirst बुझाने का काम कर रहे हैं indirectly सब प्यासी बुझाने.
नहीं. What are they selling?
What are they
Okay,
selling?
okay,
It's a
I'll give you
single
an
word,
example. I'll
guys.
give you an example. I'll tell you, my uncle drinks rum and he rides Royal Enfield. Okay. Then Anmol's uncle, he drinks vodka. No, his uncle drinks whiskey, and he drives a Mercedes. What are the two kind of people coming in your mind? My uncle drinks Old Monk and he rides a Royal Enfield. Anmol's uncle drinks whiskey and he drives a Mercedes.
Lifestyle, yeah, I guess.
Lifestyle again, byproduct.
Byproduct. It's a byproduct. What is the keyword, guys? You are aspiring
keyword.
entrepreneurs. I need that keyword.
I'll give you
Different
some
type of
okay.
two different type of brands.
नहीं ब्रांड ठीक है ना. ब्रांड क्या बता रहा है? ब्रांड के साथ एक वर्ड आता है. ब्रांड के साथ एक वर्ड आता है. सौरभ, क्या आता है?
Brand image, sir.
Value proposition.
नहीं, ये तो सेल्स होता है. प्रपोजिशन
नहीं.
Can you repeat the question? Okay, Nikhil. So, my uncle drinks Old Monk and he rides a Royal Enfield. And Anmol's uncle drinks whiskey and he rides a Mercedes. What kind of person you think? Imagine what kind of person is coming in your mind with my uncle, and what kind of person is coming with Anmol's uncle? At least answer this question first. What kind of a person you're criticizing?
Brand equity.
अरे बाबा, you पहले tell ना what kind of person.
पहले आंसर बताओ ना.
What is your visualization? I want to see how creative you are, how imagination, your imagination runs. How
We have kept this activity to work with your brains. Come on, guys, think over it.
The one driving, नहीं, the one drinking.
अच्छा चलो, दोनों का क्या कर रहा होगा दोनों? Like किधर चला रहा होगा गाड़ी और किधर?
Gentleman and a badass guy, like that type.
Yeah. Achal is close. Yeah, एक होगा badass, maybe उसका बड़ा मूची होगा. He was wearing leather jacket, denim jeans, boots. है ना? Anmol's uncle probably in a suit. है ना? थोड़ा snooty type आदमी, clean shaven, चिकना, 5-star hotel में उतर रहा होगा, right? So what did I do right now in front of you? What did I create in front of you?
An image or a stereotype about something.
How does that image and stereotype come?
Perception.
How does
नहीं, वो एक word missing है, guys.
how
Come
does
on.
that perception? Brand. मैं बोल दूं? हार मान गया क्या?
Perception नहीं.
नहीं यार, come on. अब तो सबर नहीं हो रहा मेरे से. Guys, think on it, come on.
Brand, see, देखो, brand value, brand niche, नहीं निखिल, niche तो create होता है बाद में.
Brand image.
Image बोल दिया.
नहीं.
Image तो create हो गया. किस चीज से brand image बनता है?
Equity.
अरे नहीं.
वो
बदल के image बदल के equity बोल दिया. Image से equity आ रहा है ना. एम्बेसडर तो अंकल चला रहा है.
Come on, guys, come on. Think over it.
What did I do? I told you a
Story.
magic word is story.
Oh,
It is the brand story. It is a story. Single malt. Okay. What do these single malts do? These alcohol brands do? They sell a story. We make our wines from grape in France north of France, that grape travels to south of France, then it goes to Italy, उधर वो पक के वापस फ्रांस आता है, फिर उसका में वाइन बनाता है ना? वोडका,
चलो
वोडका में मेरा रशा में आलू होगा, बर्फ के अंदर उधर से आलू निकाला, उसको गर्म किया, फिर ये किया वो किया, right? Nowadays, you guys have these microbreweries. They're telling you story. Okay, this is basmati blonde. ये वो मेरा चावल मैं इधर से source करता है, उधर से आता है, थाईलैंड से लेके आता है, ऑस्ट्रेलिया से hops लेके आता है, right? What are they doing? They're telling you a story. So whatever you guys are telling about perception, how is that perception getting created? How is that image getting created? How is that niche getting created?
How? अब इमेजिन करो मार्केट में 10,000 का भी स्मार्टफोन है. Why people go for iPhone? Why do I spend 70,000 rupees on just a mobile phone that I will keep in my pocket? और कल को गिर गया तो टूट गया. दर्द भी होगा, दुख भी होगा, लेकिन फिर वही लूंगा. क्यों?
They're creating luxury stories to connect.
Not just luxury. See,
Not
Royal
just
Enfield is not selling you luxury. They're selling you a regular bike which उसका oil leak होता है, जिसका technology is 30 years behind. But they say ऐसा जो bike है वो rough and tough आदमी चलाता है. तो जिस भी आदमी को rough and tough दिखने का है ना, माचो दिखने का है, वो है मैं रॉयल एनफील्ड चलाता है, कोई बात नहीं यार, मेरा जीन्स में ग्रीस लगा रहता है, I'm proud of it. Right? A regular Royal Enfield guy would be like this. See, my jeans has grease all over it. I'm a Royal Enfield guy. He's taking pride in that. क्यों? उसको कोई स्टोरी बता दिया कि ऐसा होने से ना you look macho.
It's all about the story, guys. When we
told Anmol's uncle story that if you go to a bar and sit with a single malt and then you come out, value brings you your Mercedes, people will be looking at you in a certain way. Story was told.
And we are humans. हमें किसी चीज से associate होना है. We want to feel that connection.
We want our heroes. We want our villains. We want our characters. Right? We want to look in a certain way.
Why is entertainment industry so big? Okay, entertainment industry. Ashwin, another good example. Taylor Swift. Right now. Can you guys tell me what Taylor Swift did? Can you guys tell me?
So why leave the entertainment industry?
Yeah.
She's making $4.7 million a night. Which
he is reviving the US economy, guys. You need to understand economics as well when you are running the business.
So the amount of money she makes, Amazon probably makes it in one night.
How is she making basically? How is she helping in reviving the US economy in such a recession state right now? What is she doing? And why you guys connect with her? Basically, people connect with her.
Story, the struggle, or people feel okay, even we have gone through this and someone has made it large now, so kind of people support her or something like that.
So even her songs speak of stories, and her fan base is actually huge. So
recently,
if you realize,
people do anything for you to start trending.
There was a trend that started where every celebrity was caught singing Taylor Swift song. The video was being posted everywhere.
If you start thinking, guys, everything that basically impacts you or makes you remember, it's all about a story. It's all about an experience that you get. वो कहानी से तुम्हें experience ऐसा दे देते हैं that you get attached to it and then you want it. You want it so bad that अगर तुम्हारे पास वो नहीं भी होगा ना पैसा, you will get it somehow. That's what our human nature is, and that's what
Coke and Pepsi. I don't know how old you guys are. At least when we were teenagers. I'm talking about in the 90s, late 90s. That time, having a Coke can in your hand, wearing torn jeans and a loose T-shirt, it was kind of that time teenage stuff. Right. Nowadays, the perception is changing about Coke and all, but that's how Coke marketed itself, or Pepsi marketed itself as a brand of the youngsters.
Another example, Maggie.
2 minutes noodle.
2 minutes. It's one of the most harmful products. It has so much of lead.
But they got banned as well. All the Indian moms.
Yeah.
Your kid is hungry, you can give him food within 2 minutes. So they marketed it so well that mummy bhook lagi, okay beta 2 minutes. That means the mother is caring, she'll give her child Maggie. Okay, slowly the story came out, Maggie is bad fuel, they came up with Atta Maggie.
Yeah. That
Right.
is what marketing is. That is what a story
Another
telling
thing,
is.
chewing gum, chewing gum,
Chewing gum.
Happy Dent, Orbit. Now it's like it is good for your teeth, right? Chewing gums are known to spoil your teeth, give you cavity. That is where the Happy Dent and Orbit cashed in.
Cadbury chocolates for
Yeah,
adult market.
they'll whiten your teeth and they'll get you cavity free.
Cadbury chocolates for adults.
Cadbury's.
Cadbury's.
So what did Cadbury's do? See, till a certain point of time, chocolates or toffees were connected to kids, right? Beta chocolate khaoge, right? But what did Cadbury do? They started marketing it in a way where, in the 90s, where they started creating these gift boxes, kuch meetha ho jaye. They wanted to replace Indian sweets with Cadbury chocolate. Then they created an ad where the girlfriend is watching her boyfriend play cricket. He hits a six, and she comes down and gives him Cadbury. So now lovers can give it to each other. So they targeted the adult market also. That a chocolate is not just for now. You must be thinking, okay, everybody is having chocolate. Adults are also having chocolate. It was not the case always.
Exactly.
The perception.
Earlier, chocolate was considered a kid's product. But brand Cadbury saw an opportunity. So here, Ashwin, I think what we can do is I can give them the framework that we personally use in our company to identify the ads. So I will share a PDF with you guys, or right now, if I can present you as well, I will see. Let me see if I have that.
Yeah.
So you will have an idea of the thought process, how a brand identifies, and you as an aspiring entrepreneur can see the market and define what you want to do further. Just let me open that PDF. I have it always on my hand. Let me know once my screen is visible.
Yeah, we can see it. It's loading here.
Okay. So now talking about story. This is the framework that you guys as entrepreneurs can use to break down your competitors' ads. Okay. So framework to break down an ad is first thing insight. Let's take example of Cadbury. So let me show you that ad as well. If you haven't watched it, it will be an experience for you. Let me open that ad.
Yeah, this is the ad I was looking.
This is the ad.
I can't hear anything.
I guess they later did it as a Sasus and Bahu thing also.
Exactly, that's what they did. And recently they changed swapped the girl was playing cricket
Yes.
and the guy comes. So, well, this was one of the first ads that Cadbury did to change the perception it had in the market.
Now talking about how they did this. How they did this. There are three factors. Number one, cultural context. What is the current culture? So cultural context at that point of time when they made that as was, most people considered chocolate to be a kid's item. And when the ad was released, so Cadbury thought to why not lure the adult market to get the chocolates to them as well. Because पहले के time पे chocolate किसी बड़े को खानी है, छुप छुप के खाएगा, ऐसे करेगा. But they wanted to, it was an untapped segment. पहली चीज उन्होंने कल्चरल कॉन्टेक्स्ट देखा. नेक्स्ट थिंग दे ब्रेक इट डाउन टू ब्रांड कॉन्टेक्स्ट. कैडबरी ने कहा कि हम बिलीव करते हैं कि नहीं, chocolate is meant for adults as well. Everyone and anyone can eat it. Now, दो चीजें तो है, and now as you know in India, cultural context is something जिसको तोड़ना बड़ा मुश्किल है. So how do they do that? Now this is the market context. जो ad आपने देखी, Cadbury did a lot of these ads for series for the next 5-10 years until today they are doing it. उन्होंने brand को for kids item to chocolate for adults. Now chocolate for celebrations. सोन पापड़ी की जगह you give Cadbury chocolate, then you are a good man. सोन पापड़ी दोगे वो नहीं. The perception of the market, they have changed it in that way. So I will, what I want to is, I will, so of course this video will be on our YouTube channel. You use this framework to break down at least 10 to 15 ads, and then you will understand why some brands do something in a certain way and for a certain market. Not everyone is meant, not every ad is meant for everyone, right? It's meant for a certain market. It's meant for a certain target audience. And now what the ad said to it's for, you just use this framework. You will get the understanding of it. So we use this, basically we use this framework to train our team internally. So we have also learned this from different people who we learn the things from. So I will share this framework with you so that you guys can, as aspiring entrepreneurs, if it helps you, why not? So I think, Ashwin, now it's time for Q&A.
For Q&A.
Yeah.
Now it's
So it
not
was
ज़्यादा difficult question मत पूछना please.
come on, guys.
One thing that even I just asked my friends as well कि क्यों business नहीं चालू कर रहे हैं, हम लोग सोच ही नहीं रहे वो context में. So they are like हम लोग ना बहुत middle class है and we cannot afford the risk of business. But what do you say? When you started, even there still exists a lot of risk in business at any given point of time. How do you tackle it? Or moreover, how do you get the mindset to tackle it?
See, I'll tell you both our stories in this case. We are both middle class boys, and none of, at least in my family, nobody did business. Anmol's family also, they were aspiring, but still, like he also pretty much comes from a service background only, and it is difficult. It is difficult to break. It is just like Cadbury's had to break the mindset, the cultural context. And it is not wrong to have a secured job. It is good to have a secure job. Then you have to ask yourself, how secured is your job? Risk kidhar nahi hai. So when you talk about risk, yes, it should be about taking, like Mahendra Singh Dhoni says, it should be about taking calculated risk. Take risks, but take calculated risk. So first of all, you should ask, is your job safe?
And let me tell you guys, no job is safe to date.
No job is safe today. No job
Even the job of the CEO is not safe.
I used to think
I'm a big company.
I used to think that, and I was director of sales at Ritz-Carlton and Marriott, luxury brand of Marriott. I was very happy with my job. I was very proud of my job, and I used to think that hotel industry में तो job कभी जाता ही नहीं, right? And pandemic happened. I was unceremoniously thrown out overnight. Overnight, Anmola seen my depression that time.
Yeah. Now you imagine Ashwin worked 15 years.
15 years.
To reach that point.
I thought I've arrived in my life. I've already become director of sales and stuff like that, so I was doing fairly well with my career. So, so first thing is your job safe? Then how much is your job paying you? Then when I talk about calculated risk, you think, first of all, you need to have an idea, right? You need to understand the market, whether if you want to enter business, what kind of idea you have. Will it pay you? Will it take care of your family or not? The kind of, see, I got pushed into it because I didn't have a job. So that was a motivation enough for me. I had nothing to lose. But then again, like I said, it is not wrong to think about having a job and that breaking that. It is a very difficult transition because once you get salary in your account, that is when your knees go weak. उस दिन बड़ा अच्छा लगता है, सैलरी आ गया, है ना? And that is when you get weak, and that is the day you forget all your ideas and you say चल सोते हैं यार, let's एक पेग मारते हैं, let's go to sleep now, right? But the thing is, what I thought was, how many years I would have got a job again in a year or so. But then I started asking myself this question: how many? I am 40 years old, and how many years I have left in me to do my job? And 15 years, and if I am very healthy, I can continue for another 20 years till I'm 60 years old. Right? What after that? I'm in a private job. I won't get pension. पीएफ से कितना चलेगा, मेरा सेविंग्स कितना होगा, है ना? Will it take care of me? And that is when I sat with Anmol and said, I need to have something that I mean, if I get retired, you know, इधर तो पैंडेमिक में जॉब से निकाल दिया, रिटायरमेंट के बाद कौन जॉब देगा मेरे को? तब तो मैं मर के काम कर रहा हूँ, right? What after retirement? You need, up to pension नहीं है, तो you need something that will take care of you after you retire, no? So what will take care of you after you retire? एक है कि शेयर मार्केट में पैसा डालेगा, बैंक में पैसा डालेगा, कितना डालेगा? But if you have a well-settled business, it will take care of you till the day you die. It will take care of your family if it's run properly. That is why I said, become an entrepreneur. Don't become self-employed. It is as good or bad as having a job. मैं ऑमलेट स्टेशन खोल लेगा, उसको लाइफ लॉन्ग चलाएगा, मरते दम से चलाएगा, वैसा नहीं करना है. मैं एक ऑमलेट स्टेशन खोलेगा, पहले उसको खुद चलाएगा, देन आई विल स्केल इट अप. उसके बाद मैं ऑमलेट स्टेशन पे ऑमलेट नहीं बनाएगा, मेरा ऑमलेट कोई और बना रहा होगा. ठीक है? That is when you have that entrepreneur mentality. Get rid of the employee mentality. So that till the day you have employee mentality, the growth is not there. Till that time, you're dependent on someone to give you your bread and butter. I'm not degrading people who have jobs. It is very important to have jobs. हर को entrepreneur बनने लग जाएगा तो हम लोग का काम कौन करेगा?
Exactly.
Right? It is very important to have a job. People
and trust me, मैं किसी को recommend खुद नहीं करता कि जाके entrepreneur बनो, because it's way too hard. You need to do a lot of things.
You need to do a lot of things. Not everybody is meant for it also.
Yeah.
Not everybody is meant for it. Not everybody has the stomach for it. Okay. Not everybody's situation is like that they become that. But then again, when you're talking about situation, you need to ask yourself these questions, right? When do you think your situation will get better? What are you doing to make your situation better? So I blame pandemic for me becoming an entrepreneur, but actually it started happening much before that. So I'll tell you my story. I was driving back from work and I was swearing with सबसे गंदा गाली दे रहा था हर किसी को, आदमी, कुत्ता, पोल, गाड़ी, किसी को नहीं छोड़ रहा था मैं. And that day I asked myself, what kind of person am I becoming? And I was so irritated with myself, and I had given lift to one of my friends. She told me, Ashwin, stop cribbing and do something about it, or you better make peace with it. So what are you doing to make your life better? One thing is, what every employee does every day, यार मैं job छोड़ देगा, तंग आ गया है, क्या है रोज रोज का मच. Right? I'm done with this shit. रोज वही क्रिब करना, वही उसी टेबल पे आके रोज बैठना, वही बॉस का सड़ा हुआ चेहरा देखना, फिर जाना, लेकिन फिर वही मच अपने मजे से करना. What are you doing to change that for yourself? What is the stand that you have taken? At least an entrepreneur is taking that risk to change his life. Maybe he'll fail, he'll go back to work, but when he goes back to work, he'll be better at it. Trust me. He's going back with his experience and of being an entrepreneur. And probably after that, when he has that job, he another idea must be cooking in his head. That innovation and creativity, left, right brain will be working at work continuously.
Trust me, guys. When I started
this thing, you won't be lazy.
Yeah.
Because he knows the way.
Exactly.
And
trust me, guys, जब मैं भी
from his boss
से मिला था, and
yeah. he won't be taking shit from his boss also because he has seen much worse. वो अपने बॉस को भी खेल रहा होगा.
एंड ट्रस्ट मी, जब मैंने बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया था तो मैंने ये सारी चीजें नहीं सोची थी, मैं तो बस सिर्फ कूद गया. और वो भी उस टाइम इट वाज द फर्स्ट लॉकडाउन के बीच में आई लॉस्ट माय जॉब. आई हैड अ गुड जॉब ऑफर एंड आई वाज वेरी हैप्पी कि इसके बाद तो अब कॉलेज में मेहनत की लाइफ सेट है. सो टू गिव यू अ बैक स्टोरी, ड्यूरिंग माय कॉलेज आई डिड 7 डिफरेंट इंटर्नशिप्स. तो 6th internship में I learned the skill set, and in 7 different and in the 7th one I was working with a company as an intern. So initially they asked me to deliver a marketing plan. So I made the full audit and delivered them the marketing plan and told them that this is what your team is not doing. They had a team of 4 to 5 people. And when I showed them that presentation, they were very happy. They fired the whole marketing team. They asked me that you be the intern with us and handle all the marketing. So that's how it began. Even I was not able to believe what happened. And then for the next 12 months, I was working on it, working with them, learning from them. So they were also a startup. They were ranking number 7th in the world in terms of the IT research firms. So I was the sole person who was handling their marketing. Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, Gorilla, and everything, A to Z. So we had big dreams. We did all of those things. They called me a lot to Gurugram. We used to do a lot of brainstorming and everything. But in pandemic, things started to change. So they cut my salary first enough. They asked, okay, the future salary that I will be getting. So my offer was good. Then they cut down enough. I said, okay, I'm committed to a business. I will take that. Then they cut that down into 50%. I said, okay, I will take the hit for that as well. Right now, the most important thing for me is to grow and learn. But then something again happened. They asked that we won't be able to do it. You need to go. Then it left me devastated because here I finished my exam and I didn't got the job offer. So what should I do now? And that's where, so it was in the back of my head that someday I want to become an entrepreneur. I want to start my own company. I want to do something in life. I want to create a legacy. And that's where I, started Propsicle. So within 30 days, we were live. We had our first client from New Zealand. We were delivering it. Then while struggling with sales, because I was not a sales guy, I just had the technical skill set, I met Ashwin through a common friend. Ashwin came on board as an advisor. We again struggled for the next 6 to 12 months to just get the business on track. And again, while doing this, we got into a scam where our revenue was around 1 lakh rupees and we got scammed of 3 lakh rupees. So again, we were down. So that's how it started. And then me and Ashwin, we started to, gel more together. He also started advising me on a lot of things. Then I asked him that, right now you are our advisor. Why not you become our partner? Come down here to Dehradun. Let's talk. Let's get it done. And that's all. It was a pretty interesting story. And when I called Ashwin for the conversation in December, Ashwin was, I think, you were at Tirupati, right, Ashwin?
No,
You were on a bike ride.
I was just traveling everywhere.
Yeah. Ashwin was traveling everywhere, and then that's how he gave. That's how we got together, and then the rest is history. Still, so today we are here in front of you guys, telling our story, sharing our experiences. And trust me, the journey is really interesting. Of course, me and Ashwin, we fear every day. Next day, what will happen? But yeah, you need to continue. You need to keep building it.
Right.
That's a great
No, I
story.
mean, destiny is what you make of it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's your destiny.
Yeah.
What you. Yeah. So, any other question, guys?
सर अपने फर्स्ट क्लाइंट के बारे में थोड़ा सा डिटेल में बताएंगे कि कैसे आपने 1 मंथ में उसको एक्वायर किया न्यूजीलैंड वाला.
So within not 1 month, but before starting my business, only I had the client. So how I had it is I did some jugaad in India, what we call jugaad. So I asked one of my friends, उसके कितने 21 बैग थे बीटेक में. तो मैंने कहा यार तू ये क्लियर कैसे करेगा? घर से तो पैसे मांगेगा नहीं, क्या करेगा? तो उसने कहा कि ये मुझे ना इसी में कुछ करना है. तो this happened 6 months back before starting my business. So then at that point of time I was working at that company. तो उसने कहा कि यार मुझे कुछ बता कैसे करा जाए. तो मैंने अपने मेंटोर से पूछा, मैंने कहा ऐसा ऐसा है मेरे दोस्त से, इसको क्या बताऊं. उन्होंने मुझे बताया, तो मैंने उसे प्रोसेस किया. मैंने कहा अच्छा इसमें ये भी ऐड करते हैं, मैंने उसे बता दिया. तो दैट टाइम ही ऑलरेडी स्टार्टेड वर्किंग ऑन दिस. उसने अपने फ्रीलांस के पर्सपेक्टिव से शुरू किया था. But after 3-4 months he got a bit of success, he got that client. But now क्लाइंट तो आ गया, अब क्लाइंट को डिलीवर करना, दैट इज अनदर लेवल ऑफ टास्क, वो नहीं हो रहा था उससे मैनेज। सो ऐसे ही मैंने कॉल किया, मैंने कहा यार मेरी तो जॉब चली गई, तू क्या कर रहा है अभी? उसने कहा कि मेरे पास एक क्लाइंट है, उसे रिटेन करने की कोशिश कर रहा हूँ, मेरे पास अभी आई डोंट हैव एनी वे टू रिटेन हिम, आई डोंट नो व्हाट इज द फ्यूचर, बट मुझे बैक भी क्लियर करनी है क्योंकि घर से पैसे मांग नहीं सकते। तो मैंने कहा एक काम कर, आई हैव दी स्किल सेट, आई हैव दैट एक्सपीरियंस, यू ब्रिंग दैट क्लाइंट टू मी, वी विल पार्टनर एंड विल स्टार्ट। सो वैसे स्टार्ट हुआ था, एंड देन यू नो द अदर पार्ट ऑफ द स्टोरी हैपेंड। सो इनिशियली फर्स्ट क्लाइंट था हमारे पास, बट देन जब वो गया तो फॉर आई थिंक 2 or 3 months वी डिडंट हैड एनी क्लाइंट। तब that was the toughest period for the business to how to survive, because we were getting demotivated every day. No client, no revenue, no money, only expenses. You are paying for your email IDs, you are paying for those operations expenses that you had. So ऐसी ऐसी चीजें थी, but yeah, family का support था थोड़ा। अश्विन भाई भी हमारे साथ उस टाइम सपोर्टिव थे, ऐसे करो, ये सेल्स करो, ये ट्राई करो, ये ट्राई करो। तो हम ट्रायल एंड एरर, अगेन ग्रोथ हैकिंग, वी डिड अ लॉट ऑफ ग्रोथ हैकिंग एट दैट पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम। फिर अश्विन की नेटवर्क में से एक क्लाइंट आया, फिर हमें फिर वापस इंटरनेशनल क्लाइंट्स मिलने शुरू हुए।
We did a lot of free work because
We did a lot of free work as well.
हुआ कि देखो हम लोग का भाई रेपुटेशन नहीं है, एक ब्रांड रेपुटेशन भी होता है, तो ब्रांड रेपुटेशन कैसे बिल्ड किया है, तो हम लोग we used to offer work for free also at that time.
Yeah.
So that has started paying now. You know, those clients who had worked for free, they अब वो ऐसा हो गया है कि they are referring us business, they are coming back to us. Now they are not giving asking for free work, they are paying us tenfolds of what they would have paid us that time. हम लोग मतलब उस वक्त लाख रुपए का काम हम लोग 15,000 रुपए में भी करते थे, you know. तो 10 लाख का काम 50,000 में करके दे दिया, ऐसा भी किया हमने। And usme we used to lie that we have a team. Actually, Anmol and I, we were sitting again, two non-tech guys sitting and making website. And trust me, we were making it better than any experienced website,
Yeah.
you know, web designer.
अब ये किया कैसे हमने, एक ही चीज थी हमारे अंदर, एम्बिशन। बस अश्विन सेड द राइट, एक एम्बिशन था कि भाई चलाना है इसको कैसे भी करके, बस कुछ भी कर दो अश्विन भाई, कुछ भी कर दो, बस चलाना है। यूट्यूब देखा, ये देखा, वो करा, उस टाइम तो चैट जीपीटी भी नहीं था।
अपना क्रिएटिविटी और इनोवेशन डाल दिया अंदर। तो अब ऐसा है कि by God's grace we have 15 people on our team, है ना? So those things have started paying back. So the things that are lies started turning into truth. तो अब वो क्लाइंट्स को हम बता भी देते हैं कि उस वक्त झूठ बोला था आपसे कि हमारी टीम है। And they don't mind.
अब हम यूनिकॉर्न्स के साथ भी काम कर रहे हैं, वी आर वर्किंग विद Zepto, वी आर वर्किंग विद Shadowfax, वी आर वर्किंग विद देम एज वेल। तो या एक बिजनेस की ऐसी स्टोरी होती है गाइस, मतलब स्टार्ट तो बहुत टफ ही होता है, बट इफ यू आर एबल टू डू इट समहाउ यूजिंग योर माइंड, क्रिएटिविटी एंड इनोवेशन, सो यू कैन मेक इट। ऐसा नहीं है कि ऑफ कोर्स बिजनेसेस फेल एज वेल, रिस्क है, बट रिस्क का फिर रिवॉर्ड भी ऐसे ही है। सो यही है हमारी तरफ से। तो बाकी इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चंस प्लीज आस्क।
इतनी फास्ट ग्रोइंग कैसे कराई, लाइक 3 साल में 3 हेड ऑफिस,
फास्ट
3
ग्रोइंग
ऑफिस?
लगती है ठीक है,
तीनों
पहले जो
दो ही ऑफिस है भाई, दो ही ऑफिस है,
दो ही ऑफिस है।
दो ही ऑफिस।
USA and Australia is still you know under
US and Australia are our sales partner.
Yeah.
अच्छा,
So ये contacts बनता है भाई, फिर क्या देखो अब you grow with your contacts also ना. So our US partner is our old client, ठीक है. So
Okay.
he saw our work, he decided to become our partner. ठीक है. So अब like I was Anmol's advisor, I became his partner. Right.
It's about contacts,
So
relationships.
I became the Bangalore branch for him, and I handle things from Bangalore. So, but main operations happen from Dehradun for us. We have a sales team in Bangalore because Bangalore has the business for us. But all the operations happen from Dehradun क्योंकि economically viable है. अनमोल का उधर डैड का ऑफिस है जो कि फ्री है उसके लिए। We're giving you everything, you know, there's nothing to hide. Then manpower is cheaper in Dehradun, cost of living is cheaper in Dehradun. So
better than in any tier 1 city.
I mean, even if we paid 2-3 times of that to our employees in Bangalore, they wouldn't be able to afford a good life. But the salary that we pay them in Dehradun, they don't want to go anywhere, but they want to stick with us.
So again, innovation and creativity, we used our minds.
No,
Of course, I also
understand what you have in hand.
Right.
you know, and
And
then
how you can make the
best
best
of
use
it.
of it. So that is then. तो ऐसा नहीं है नवीन कि हमने बहुत जल्दी ग्रो किया. इनिशियली फर्स्ट ईयर वी डिड very less. Second year also it was again a lot of free work building that brand reputation. Third year se we started to see the growth actually.
Now we can say we are
After
doing break even. अब break even कर रहे हैं, profitability अभी भी कम है, loss में नहीं है. That is the best part.
and fully bootstrap and we tend to keep it that way.
Fully
bootstrap
bootstrap.
रखेंगे.
Our turnover is good. Our turnover is very good. But हाँ अभी profitability पे हमें work करना है.
So
We are
that
still
is
a struggling business, and there's no harm in being in struggling. We'll keep it that way क्योंकि we'll keep adding things into it. So our struggle will keep increasing, right?
अश्विन सर, आपसे एक क्वेश्चन था जॉब से रिलेटेड.
बोलिए.
जैसे कि आप बोल रहे थे ना कि जॉब करते हैं तो जॉब के साथ क्रिएटिविटी खत्म हो जाती है, तो वो किस हद तक सही है?
देखो यार भाई, ये देखो मैं ये नहीं कहता हमेशा होता है, बट ये जो हम लोग अभी भी आई हैव सीन माई सेल्फ एज एन एम्प्लॉय एंड आई एम सीइंग माई सेल्फ एज एन एंटरप्रेन्योर. देन as entrepreneurs we deal with clients who are employees, and then there are clients who are owners of the business. So उनमें हम बहुत ज्यादा फर्क देखते हैं. ठीक है, तो देखो पहले तो एज एन एम्प्लॉय तुम्हारा क्रिएटिविटी इसलिए नहीं आता है. देखो यू डोंट अफोर्ड टू हैव क्रिएटिविटी ऑन जॉब. Your employer doesn't want you to be creative, first of all, right? He expects you to do what he has told you to do. I'll tell you, I don't pay you to think, I pay you to do what I tell you to do. Thinking part is my job. Kitna bhi they give you that bullshit story on in these big corporates, okay, we value this, this is your empowerment, but at the end of the day you have to follow their SOP. If you don't follow it, your intent might be right. Okay, your intent might be right, but at the end of the day, if your creativity does not work, they'll go back to the books and ask you whether you followed the rules or not. Okay? And then they'll reprimand you for that. Okay? And so what happens to employees is once they get reprimanded, उन लोग को punishment लगता है, they get the stick for it, they stop being creative. क्यों फालतू में मच है ना भाई? Why should I take the trouble of being creative if I am going to be reprimanded for it? That is why startups do better with their employees, because the employees are thinking like owners in a startup. First of all, they have उसमें startup give you their equity in it, share रहता है उनका, और their salaries they have variable salary based on the performance of the startup. And obviously एक तो young blood और young company का एक अलग ही माहौल होता है. But the same startup, when it becomes a unicorn, it has a lot of funding coming in, and these venture capitalists, they start dictating terms and conditions. That same startup takes a U-turn. Look at WeWork.
Yeah, WeWork died.
Started, it was going like hell, but once it started paying attention towards venture capitalists and they started dictating their terms and conditions, Anmol and I, we went to look for our co-working space in Bangalore in WeWork, and we were seriously disappointed.
It was a dead place.
So first of all, their salespeople were very laid back. They didn't even give two hoots who was entering, who was not entering, and the take it or leave it attitude. No, forget about creativity. उनमें कोई willingness ही नहीं था वहाँ पे, right? So if I was meeting the owner of a co-working, which was a standalone co-work, obviously I would have had a different kind of experience. तो एक एम्प्लॉय का क्रिएटिविटी एक ओनर जैसा क्रिएटिविटी जैसा तो हो ही नहीं सकता है.
नहीं हो सकता.
हाँ, मे बी वो न्यू कमर फ्रेशर है, ही इज ट्राइंग टू बी क्रिएटिव, बट some days creativity will be lost, or someone will beat him to death, and his creativity to death, then they simply start following the corporate rules and start climbing the corporate ladder, which is very easy. So if you want to climb the corporate ladder, you don't have to be creative. You just follow the rules. Right. So you have to decide, again, you have to prioritize what do you want to do in life. Some people love climbing the corporate ladder. They do very well climbing the corporate ladder. If you can do that, you can make a lot of money there also. Then when you reach a certain point in that corporate house, then you become a decision maker there, you become a partner. But हर कोई शाहरुख खान नहीं बनता है ना. कितने लोग, how many people become CEOs of the company that they're working on? सबको यही सपना लेके घुसते हैं ना. ओह,
Exactly.
आज मैं सेल्स एग्जीक्यूटिव है, कल को मैं I'll be CEO of this company. कितना लोग बनता है? There's only
Sorry to
one
cut you out here, but I remember the interesting story. So in my previous company, the CEO, so how he started his company is the same reason. He asked the CEO of the company, "Sir, I want to become someone like you. How many years it will take?" He said, "Right now you are in your 30s. It will take you up to next 25 years to reach where I am."
Actually, the answer was never, because I'm not going to leave my chair.
Exactly.
Because as you keep going up, the people who are sitting in that chair, they're them moving from that chair, the possibility keeps getting lower. Because towards the top, there are fewer and fewer chairs. Right?
Yeah, Kansha, you are raise your hand.
Yes. So, do you have any suggestions for books or some kind of media that can, help us budding, aspiring entrepreneurs in the future?
Anmol will name your next 5 moves by
Yeah.
David.
Yeah, this is my favorite book. Your next 5.
We can't see
The
it.
next 5 moves.
Your next 5
This
moves.
one. This book,
Okay.
it has taught me a lot. Then if you have some innovative idea, you need to understand blue ocean and red ocean. So the book name is Blue Ocean Strategy. You should go and read
Uh-huh.
it.
And
Right.
I'm more of a creative guy, so I'll tell you The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. You
Yeah,
must read
I've
that book.
read it.
Yes. So The Alchemist is the beginning, is your Bible, which will help you through your tough times in your journey as an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, when you get lost, you can refer to these books that Anmol is naming. That will help you with the hard facts.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, could you please share the podcast that you were speaking of? You are
Yeah,
doing.
yeah. So the next slide is about that only.
Okay,
So,
okay.
yeah. So this is our podcast. We started it 3 months
Okay.
back. Here we share our insights. So we would love you guys to join us on the journey. So tomorrow we are launching an episode on the exclusive beverage brands, how the beverage industry has made their name in the market and how they are doing it. So you are going to enjoy it. We are going to launch it tomorrow. You can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube. We are also available on other third-party platforms like Google Podcast, etc. So we'd love you guys to join us there as well.
If
We
you
keep
want to
posting.
listen to, we could talk about similar kind of stuff over there as well. So if you have enjoyed this, you would like our podcast.
Yeah.
It is still in a very nascent stage, so we are not professional podcasters. So forgive us for the technical errors, and if you find certain podcasts boring too long, you can share your feedback so that we can make it better.
Right. So that was about the podcast, and this is about the connector slide. You can connect with us on our emails. Now we are also in the WhatsApp group. You can connect with us there or LinkedIn. We are present everywhere because we are marketers. So that's it from our end, guys. You tell if you have any other question, or we will wrap it up.
So now I request our president, protractor Mihir Arvind Kochrigar, to please speak a few words and share his experience on this wonderful session.
Hi, sir. Am I
Hi.
audible?
Hi, Mir.
Yeah, you're audible.
Ashwin and Anmol.
Yeah. So, hi, I'm Protractor Mihir Arvind Kotrekar, Club President, Protractor of the Beauty. Thank you so much. So, I will just tell you my feedback rather than telling the entire, I guess, the audience, the way they were showing the what we say, emojis, the chats, or the questions which people were asking Naveen specifically. I guess it already shared that kitna sabko acha laga ye session, and same goes for me as well. I too enjoyed a lot. The best part of the session was that to be very honest, these topics are very much deep, and it's so difficult to understand. that so if you ask a person to listen about entrepreneurship or startup or innovation creativity, the first thing comes in the mind कि बहुत boring होगा sir.
Boring होगा.
And that's the actual fact which we do, and mostly the youngsters, like people like me, they will definitely think in the same way. But to be very honest, very frank, the way you both explained us, the way you both shared those creative examples, like a brand story वाला
एक्चुअली
जो
अभी
था
हम लोग इतना सक्सेसफुल हुआ नहीं है कि हम लोग बोरिंग होएगा.
नहीं. So, nahi sir, it was damn interesting, and we all enjoyed. I especially enjoyed a lot, and I would like to thank from the entire club that you took your special time and delivered such a great lecture for all of us. It
Thank
was
you
not a
so much.
lecture because lecture is थोड़ा वो ऐसा थोड़ा boring sound कर सकता है. It was actually an interactive session, I would suggest. And thank you so much, sir. My team was also saying we could have some more kind of sessions, or we could have listened to the podcast and everything. So we'll definitely get in touch with you, and looking forward for a
sure.
yeah, definitely.
Our
Thank
goal
you
is
so much.
accomplished.
Thank you so much. Thank
We
you so much
wanted
for
to be
having us.
engaging, and it is.
Yeah, this was a great
Handing it.
audience also. This was a great audience, especially
Yeah.
Achit, Naveen, the two Naveens. All of you have been very interactive.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. Because if people are not interactive, it's like stand-up comedians. We are we need the audience who interacts. Otherwise, it gets boring, and we think that we couldn't have made it through if the audience was not interacting. It has to be interactive.
Yeah.
And thanks to all
Thank
of
you so much to you all as well. You
Yes.
all engaged a lot, and you all did your part as well. We did our part as well, and at the end, this is the result.
right.
That's what we and Ashwin enjoy. If you hear our podcast, it's in the same way. We talk. We just share our thoughts. That's it.
Correctly. So even my team was also saying, even if ये session 2 बजे तक भी चला रात का, तो भी बहुत enjoy करेंगे हम लोग, बहुत मजा आएगा, because the way
We
you
can do
guys
that
were sharing
marathon
facts.
session also.
Yeah, definitely.
We can plan it someday. But you'll have to sponsor my beer for that.
Okay, sir. All right, sir. Okay, handing it over to Naveen, the Vice President, for the vote of thanks.
So, firstly, a very, very, very big thanks to Ashwin sir and Anmol sir.
Thanks.
We cannot thank you enough, because these 2 hours that you have spent for us, these 2 hours have spoken for the years of mehnat that you have done. They have spoken for the years of experience that you have. And trust me, sir, those who have been here, they have truly enjoyed it. And I would also like to tell you a sorry from all the Chupe members who gupchup listened to all these conversations, who didn't turn up, but I'm sure they truly enjoyed this. That is for sure. And I guess one thing that you said in the last would be my takeaways. Success is when your lies turn into truth. That is the success. And I feel this is a quote that will keep on motivating all of us. And being an entrepreneur is always a dream. After the kind of environment that we are growing up, entrepreneurship is going to be a next big thing. But the problem is there is no proper guidance. People don't know how to start.
See, our generation has to find its way out, because most of our parents were into service.
Right.
So we don't have the guidance.
Right. So, but the way you two, it was not a session. I'm sorry. This was not a session. This was a conversation.
Yes,
This
it
was
is.
Exactly.
conversation.
That's what we wanted.
Right.
That was the intent.
Yeah. And the trust or the team bonding that you both have, I'm sure that, someday if I too have a startup, I wish even my partner or my friend would be like this. And once again, thank
Most
you.
welcome to partner with us.
Sure. And one more big thank you to the person who made this event happen is Rotractor Saurabh Patil. So,
Yeah.
Rotractor Saurabh, a big thanks to you from all the people that have joined, because, sir, Saurabh was really keen and enthusiastic to, he
Yeah,
wanted.
I will share my honest feedback for Saurabh. He
Saurabh
was
is very
on my
persistent.
nerves.
Very
He
persistent.
was on my nerves for this for the last 3-4 weeks. I was really busy with the things. I was forgetting about it, but Saurabh used to remind me a session is coming. So yeah. So it was Saurabh's effort that made the session possible.
Yeah, so he's really very ziddi, and
Yeah.
when he takes up a charge, he takes up the responsibility. He
He's an
makes sure
entrepreneur,
that
no?
it is well.
He is an entrepreneur.
He's an
Yeah,
entrepreneur.
he is definitely going to
No,
be.
sir, no, sir. I'm a very small person, sir.
Yes.
I can't
So-
compare myself to an entrepreneur.
You never know, Saurabh. You never know. And yeah, thank you so much, Saurabh, and thank you to all everyone who joined in, and you could be a part of this. Really, really, thank you to every one of you, and I am sure that you had a great time. Also, Ashwin sir and Anmol sir, we will be soon sending a small token of love to your place from Rotary Club of Dombivli, and it is a small token of love. It will not justify the thanks that we want to give you, but it is just a small piece of love, and we request you to accept it. So once again, thank you so much.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Naveen.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Thank you so
Naveen.
much.
Thank you so much, everyone in the Rotary Club community.
Thank you, sir. And
Thank you.
if anyone has any further doubts, I guess we'll send all sir's contact details, LinkedIn, Facebook, WhatsApp, everything in the group, and let's keep in touch.
Our podcast link as well. Please do
Perfect.
subscribe.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Naveen. Thank you, everyone. Thank you,
Thank
HM.
Looking
you.
forward
Thank
for
you so
many more
much.
sessions, sir. Anmol sir and Ashwin sir.
Yes, yes.
Looking forward for many.